So they're having a car show today across the border over in South Carolina. I was debating on which car to drive, whether this one or the Rat Rod, and it's a little cloudy and the weather actually says it's gonna rain, but only for about a half hour. So I decided I'd drive the Studebaker. It's got a roof on it, windows I can roll up, and heater I can turn on if I want to. Speaking of that heater, I ought to turn it off. I don't expect to use it. And it has a shut-off valve on it right here. And when it's hot, I don't really need it. So I'm just going to cut that off. That way I don't have that to think about when I'm going down the road. It starts getting a little warmish, which it can do later in the day, this time of year. Yeah. So that's the plan. I'm going to leave a little early. In case it does rain, I'd rather be there than be on the way to there to sit it out. So I'll put y'all up in the ceiling so you can watch me. Appreciate it. Are these shade trees fair game? If I wanted to park under the shade tree, would that be all right? Okay, good enough for me. Looks like the best spot in the place. Forgot I have my camera running. Would you be willing to walk around your car and talk to the YouTubers and talk about your car?
No, I ain't good at that.
But you don't have to be good at it. It's just
you just go ahead and walk around and look at it.
What if I stand over there and yell at you and you tell me what it is? Would that work? We can do it that way.
All right.
But I need you to see. I don't know anything except what I remember. That ain't much.
71 Charger Super B.
71?
Charger Super B.
And that's the year I graduated too. So you was telling me a story about a lady that walked up to you and asked why you put all that tape on
She
it.
didn't have a clue it was a Super B. She just thought it was a Charger that I put stickers on.
I'm gonna walk around and shoot some pictures of that. I'm starting to feel like it's gonna rain. Now you said that's a Charger Super B.
That's right.
Did I get that right? What's your name again?
Bill Evans.
You got a shirt that's got, look at you. Got your car on the shirt.
That's it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I remember a lot of I wouldn't say it's my friends, but a lot of people I went to high school with either got killed or totaled out cars like that back in those days. You know, there was a very attractive blonde cheerleader, and her dad bought her a Roadrunner, yellow. I think it lasted about 3 months before she rolled it over 5 or 6 times, you know. But and I was killed and all that other stuff. We was in a county where people liked to race the cops, and they didn't have they had radio, but they didn't have more than one cruiser, so they couldn't radio ahead in the beginning. So they'd give them a run for their money. It's kind of like the whole Dukes of Hazzard things, you know. But and then a lot of people died that way. I'm glad you lived, by the way.
I did.
All right, well, thanks for talking to me about your car. You know, when this thing comes on YouTube, people just like, oh man, look at that, and they just have a fit over it. So, thank you for bringing it.
You got it.
All right, we got that out of the way.
See, I bought that in June. June will be 54 years.
Yeah.
I got married in November.
Yeah.
Still got the same wife.
Oh.
That's why I didn't figure it out. Raise Karen.
Yeah. So your wife saved your life
Yeah.
and your car.
She drove it after we married.
Yeah.
I had to buy me a truck.
Yeah. You know, I remember back then. I got married and we bought a '67 Camaro Rally Sport, and it was just a car. You know, I had a '57 Chevy with 396 in it, and she drove that Camaro to get groceries and take the kids to school. And it wasn't anything special, you know. We didn't realize it was anything special until we got to here, or you know, after they outlawed all the good cars. Then we realized what we had and it was gone. That's the way it was back then. Now, we really were blessed to have gotten a chance to grow up when that was happening, because that was a special time. Makes me really happy that Jay Leno's trying to do something about California, because they're out there trying to outlaw those cars, and he's, you know, making a case that that's part of the character of what people think of when they think about California, because that's where all that came from, you know, back then. I remember when guys I went to high school was driving something like that. I had an old Ford pickup truck with a Lincoln engine in it, because we just about had to make our own hot rods. None of us could afford to buy them, and they just started making them right in that time period. Alrighty then, I'm going to turn this off. I was going to turn it off a while ago, but you started talking again, and your words are so valuable and vibrant and important, and people are going to want to hear them so much that I didn't want to miss any of them. So I just kept the camera going a little longer. You know how that is. I'm waiting to see if he's going to say anything else before I cut it off.